here can stop me. It's obvious, you're too sloppy.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Columbus Explorers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped him to the turf. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready, play.
They start the drive with Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
2nd down, here's an option right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, Love. It's Rodgers here with a grab. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Play fake. Here's Love. That is taken in by Rodgers. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additionally.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Explorers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Fields. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Fields. Wide open receiver, complete. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
On 2nd and goal, Fields flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. And here's Fields. Touchdown! Michael Gallup from 6 yards away. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 2nd down, Cook. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
Or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Gibson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Fields now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Off the play fake, Love. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. They'll give him 4 yards there, and now it's 3rd and 3.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Fields. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Off play action. Fields steps away to his left. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Shaquille Leonard. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Black shot. Red, yellow.
Love now. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give up the middle to Gibson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Fields. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Fields going to keep it once more. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The keeper there good for about 9, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and inches.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Here's Fields. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Adams, the man in motion left. Second down and goal. Fields. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the double.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Right.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Again, it's Love. Then he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Slot man moves right. A give left side to Cook. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And cycle.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Dancing to his... And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, Gibson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Cut it. Ready?
And they will take a knee here. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Carolina, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.
I'm really out for blood this time, look.